3 reasons why billion-dollar US record labels are fighting over Jungkook. Reason 1. Jungkook's measurable streaming dominance and global commercial impact. The intensifying interest of US record labels in securing a deal with Jungkook is rooted in his quantifiable commercial power in the global music market. His dominance across digital streaming platforms, combined with his proven ability to drive global engagement independently of BTS, places him in a unique position within the industry. For labels focused on profitability, longevity, and cross-market expansion, Jungkook is a strategic asset rather than a mere celebrity with fleeting popularity. Jungkook's track record in digital music consumption is a primary reason why US labels are aggressively pursuing him. On Spotify, he has broken records typically reserved for Western artists with long-standing careers. His debut solo single 7, featuring Latto, not only hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, but also topped Spotify's global top 50 chart, maintaining high placements for several consecutive weeks. Within its first 24 hours, 7 garnered over 15 million streams globally on Spotify alone, an unprecedented number for a K-pop solo debut. Even more significantly, Jungkook's follow-up solo releases have not shown any significant drop-off in traction. Songs such as 3D, featuring Jack Harlow, Standing Next to You, and his solo album Golden displayed strong retention across streaming metrics, suggesting that his audience is not driven solely by BTS's fanbase, but by consistent and organic interest in his music. These metrics are crucial to labels that evaluate artists based on sustained stream volume, retention rates, and algorithmic performance across platforms. Streaming platforms like Spotify and Apple Music rely heavily on algorithms to determine song placement in curated playlists such as Today's Top Hits or New Music Friday. Jungkook's releases have repeatedly earned high-priority positions on these global playlists, signaling that his content satisfies internal platform performance thresholds such as high click-through rates, skip rates, and repeat listen percentages. For US labels, this data has concrete implications. Playlist placements generate not just visibility, but exponential increases in stream counts. By signing Jungkook, a label would gain an artist who consistently meets the algorithmic criteria that boosts streaming revenue and ensure songs remain in circulation weeks or months beyond their release. In practical terms, Jungkook represents a high-yield asset in the digital economy of music. In addition to streaming, Jungkook has demonstrated an ability to drive digital sales in significant numbers, a metric still closely monitored by major US record companies. His digital single 7 sold over 150,000 downloads in its first week in the United States alone, according to Luminate data. These figures helped secure its #1 debut on the Billboard Digital Song Sales chart and contributed heavily to its placement on the Hot 100. And notably, this was achieved with minimal traditional radio play, a sector where most international artists struggle for presence. US labels recognize that an artist capable of charting without needing substantial radio support already offers a financial advantage. The addition of label-backed radio promotion would only amplify Jungkook's reach. Jungkook's market reach is global. He maintains strong streaming performance across regions that are economically valuable but often underpenetrated by Western artists, including Southeast Asia, Latin America, and parts of Europe. In countries such as Indonesia, the Philippines, Brazil, and India, his music often appears in local top 10 streaming charts, regions where US labels are increasingly trying to expand operations and establish digital distribution pipelines. By partnering with Jungkook, a label gains immediate access to those consumer bases, along with proven monetization capability. This includes not only music sales, but also brand partnerships, touring potential, and localized marketing campaigns. The geographic distribution of Jungkook's audience effectively de-risks investment while unlocking diverse streams of revenue. While streaming is dominant, physical media remains a profitable niche, especially for artists with strong fan engagement. Jungkook's album Golden recorded over 2 million pre-orders globally and posted impressive physical sales numbers in the US market, a rarity for non-English language albums. In addition, his vinyl editions sold out rapidly across platforms like Target and Amazon, signaling not just fandom enthusiasm, but collector valued. Record labels consider this physical market performance a positive indicator of long-term value. An artist who can sell millions of digital streams and simultaneously push physical units is capable of delivering multi-dimensional revenue, important for both profit forecasts and investor reporting. One of the more strategic angles is Jungkook's ability to expand without saturation. Unlike many Western artists who peak early and fade due to overexposure, Jungkook's solo rollout has been carefully managed. Each release introduces a new sonic direction or visual concept, keeping public interest high without exhausting attention spans. Labels see this as a sign of high future growth potential. With controlled output and a variety of creative directions, Jungkook offers a prolonged commercial lifecycle. His current success is seen not as a peak, but as the foundation of a longer arc, making him a stable and expandable product in the eyes of industry executives. Reason 2. Jungkook as a strategic gateway to Asia and global Gen Z consumers. In addition to his undeniable musical metrics, Jungkook holds strategic importance for US record labels due to his unique position as a bridge between Western markets and the rapidly expanding Asian music ecosystem. His appeal across Gen Z demographics worldwide, combined with his deep-rooted cultural capital in South Korea and other Asian countries, presents a rare opportunity for Western labels to tap into new audiences, digital platforms, and revenue models. Asia's music market, particularly in regions like South Korea, Japan, Indonesia, India, and Thailand, is experiencing exponential growth. As of 2024, several Asian countries rank among the top global markets in digital streaming volume. US-based companies are actively seeking ways to integrate into these economies, and artists like Jungkook serve as ideal access points due to their established regional presence and loyalty among Asian listeners. Jungkook has already demonstrated full regional dominance. His solo work is widely embraced not only in South Korea, but in Japan, China, and Southeast Asia. He ranks among the top-streamed K-pop artists in these regions and frequently tops trending charts on local platforms like Melon, QQ Music, Line Music, and JOLX. For US record labels, securing an artist who is already integrated into Asia's digital music infrastructure is far more efficient than building a local act from scratch or attempting to localize a Western artist for regional appeal. Jungkook's influence is not merely geographic, it's generational. He embodies the digital native aesthetic, communication style, and cultural references that define Gen Z. He maintains a consistent presence on short-form platforms like TikTok, while also generating viral content across X, formerly Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. His fan-led trends and challenges often lead to spikes in song usage across global territories, sometimes without direct promotion. Record labels are acutely aware of the shift in how music is consumed. With Gen Z increasingly dictating global music success through viral trends and peer-shared content, the ability to lead or influence these trends is a valuable asset. Jungkook doesn't merely participate in these trends, he often initiates them. Labels see in him a rare capability to organically drive both reach and engagement across platforms critical to digital music consumption. One of the strategic priorities for US record labels is to develop artists who can also function as cross-industry ambassadors. Jungkook is already established in this role. As a global ambassador for Calvin Klein, he has become a high-performing figure in the fashion and luxury branding world. His campaigns have led to measurable spikes in brand searches, conversions, and sales across key markets. A partnership with Jungkook offers labels access not just to music revenue, but also brand collaboration opportunities that extend into fashion, consumer tech, and media. These deals often yield significant returns and provide opportunities for co-branded content, live events, or exclusive product drops. This multi-sector appeal adds resilience to Jungkook's value in a volatile music market. Another emerging area of interest for US record labels is music licensing for digital environments, such as gaming, streaming shows, and virtual experiences. Jungkook's music, image, and branding have already proven effective in visual environments and digital campaigns. His songs are frequently used in background syncs, fan edits, and user-generated content, which increases discoverability and retention. With a global gaming and OTT, over-the-top streaming industries continuing to expand, Jungkook is well-positioned to contribute to cross-media content strategies. US record labels stand to benefit not only from his music, but from secondary licensing opportunities that can generate passive income through sync deals with platforms like Netflix, Disney+, and gaming franchises like Fortnite or PUBG. Though often overlooked in pure business discussions, the role of soft power is significant in why Jungkook is so desirable to Western companies. He represents the successful export of South Korean culture, aesthetics, and values to the rest of the world. US companies see him as a diplomatic figure capable of facilitating smoother relationships with Korean government bodies, media conglomerates, and tech platforms like Naver, Kakao, and HYBE's Weverse. His image is not polarizing, and his collaborations, whether with American or Asian artists, are often viewed positively across diverse consumer groups. For US labels attempting to establish licensing deals, live touring circuits, or artist pipelines in Asia, Jungkook serves as an ideal entry point, globally known, culturally fluent, and politically neutral. Reason 3. Jungkook's independence and adaptability within the Western music framework. Beyond his streaming numbers and market reach, another reason US record labels are highly invested in acquiring Jungkook is his demonstrated ability to operate independently within Western music systems. His adaptability to industry norms, proficiency in English collaborations, and genre flexibility position him as an efficient, low-friction partner in global operations. For American labels, this makes Jungkook a scalable and controllable asset that aligns with existing infrastructure, without requiring complex localization efforts or operational overhaul. Unlike many international artists who need time to acclimate to Western music structures, Jungkook has already participated in campaigns that mirror how US artists are promoted. From digital pre-release teasers, coordinated TikTok launches, and simultaneous global drops, to US-style radio rollouts, his solo releases follow a structure familiar to American executives. The promotional rollout of 7 and 3D mirrored Western industry timelines, including precise coordination across time zones, scheduled media appearances, and follow-up performance clips released for strategic engagement spikes. His management has adopted methods aligned with major American labels like Interscope, Republic Records, and Columbia, ensuring that transition or collaboration would not require re-education or costly reformatting. This operational efficiency means that onboarding Jungkook into a US label system could occur quickly, allowing for rapid content rollouts, aligned global campaigns, and high output, without the ramp-up time many international acts require. It also reduces risk related to communication errors, time delays, and cultural misunderstandings during rollout phases. Jungkook's ability to communicate and perform in English is a major factor in his Western market viability. While he has not publicly claimed fluency, his English-speaking capabilities have improved significantly in recent years, especially in music contexts. His pronunciation, lyrical delivery, and collaborative chemistry with Western artists like Latto, Jack Harlow, and Major Lazer indicate functional working proficiency. From a label's perspective, this opens doors to international collaboration without the need for constant translation support or dubbing. It also increases his eligibility for press runs, television appearances, podcast interviews, and influencer engagements, all critical components of a US-based promotional campaign. Moreover, his understanding of cultural cues, slang, and thematic resonance allows him to engage in songwriting and concept development that is relevant to US listeners. This lowers creative friction in the studio and expands the scope of potential producers and writers he can work with. Whether in Los Angeles, London, or New York, Jungkook's solo discography is not confined to one genre. His sound has included pop, R&B, reggaeton, EDM, funk, and ballads, demonstrating an unusually wide range for a global artist. In Western music, where genre melding is increasingly standard, this versatility is highly valuable. Labels require artists who can pivot quickly based on trends, platform algorithms, or seasonal shifts in listening behavior. 7 leaned into summer pop with a global beat, while 3D fused early 2000s American pop influences with contemporary R&B. Standing Next to You incorporated live instrumentation and a retro funk arrangement. This adaptability allows ANRs, artists and repertoire executives, to match Jungkook with a wide variety of producers, songwriters, and feature artists based on strategic need rather than stylistic limitation. This flexibility also improves his chances of achieving multi-format radio play. In the US, radio is still segmented by genre, top 40, urban AC, rhythmic, adult contemporary, and Jungkook's range enables placement across different radio stations, multiplying reach and revenue. Perhaps more significantly, Jungkook has shown that he can operate as a solo act in extremely competitive environments. Without the structural support of a full group like BTS or the shared promotional weight of HYBE's group projects, he has released music that competes directly with Western soloists such as Justin Bieber, The Weeknd, Dua Lipa, and Olivia Rodrigo, and doing so, Jungkook has shown that he does not require group identity or fandom synergy to perform well in the global marketplace. This independence reassures US record labels that investment in him as a solo artist won't collapse without BTS's direct involvement. It also positions him for long-term branding, touring, and merchandise opportunities that do not need to be tied to a collective entity. Another logistical advantage is Jungkook's readiness for live event promotion within the US market. His name recognition, combined with his performance capabilities, ensures that he could immediately headline venues from 5,000-seat theaters to 20,000 capacity arenas without a multi-year build-up. This bypasses the typical developmental phase for international artists trying to establish a US touring base. Moreover, his prior experience performing in North America with BTS means he is familiar with production standards, union regulations, and audience expectations in the US live event sector. From venue-specific protocols to content censorship guidelines and insurance frameworks, Jungkook's team has already navigated these systems. This significantly reduces the onboarding burden for any label or promoter involved in handling his tours. In practical terms, US labels can plug him directly into existing touring circuits, particularly Live Nation or AEG-linked events, with limited adjustment or risk. His fan demand can also be used as leverage in securing premium booking slots or festival placements, further increasing visibility and monetization. Labels are particularly sensitive to reputational risk. Artists who have legal entanglements, controversial online behavior, or unpredictable public images present potential liability. Jungkook has managed to maintain a professional and low-risk public image despite over a decade in the spotlight. His controversies, when they occur, tend to be minor and resolved quickly with limited impact on public perception or brand equity. This clean track record reduces legal scrutiny and simplifies contract negotiations, especially when involving third-party sponsors or international subsidiaries. For legal departments and PR teams at major US labels, this stability is a valuable characteristic that makes an artist easier to manage and defend in public-facing roles. US. Record labels often allocate substantial resources to onboarding new artists, coaching them through branding, marketing, social media interaction, and fan engagement strategies. With Jungkook, these systems are already in place. His visuals are high-end, his digital engagement is consistent, and his management, under HYBE, is experienced in international music rollouts. His digital branding and performance content require minimal editing or restructuring to align with US market preferences. This operational efficiency translates into cost savings and faster go-to-market execution. Labels see Jungkook not as a developing talent, but as a plug-and-play product with refined branding, content quality, and visual identity. With reduced internal overhead, labels can redirect funds toward promotion, distribution, and audience growth rather than artist education. One longer-term strategic reason why US labels are targeting Jungkook involves future sublabel or imprint development. With the K-pop industry's increasing global influence, labels are looking at artists not just as performers, but as future executives or brand anchors. Given Jungkook's cross-cultural standing and rising solo influence, he could easily head a sublabel or collaborative imprint that promotes other Korean or Asian talents into Western markets. This vertical expansion aligns with broader trends in the music business, where major artists, e.g., Drake with OVO Sound, J. Cole with Dreamville, evolve into talent incubators and brand builders. Jungkook has the potential to follow this model, especially with his insider knowledge of the Korean music production process, aesthetic sensibilities, and cultural trends. Yes. Labels may see him as not only a solo product but also a gateway to long-term partnerships that give them leverage in Asia-based talent development. In this sense, investing in Jungkook means investing in the future of transcontinental music industry pipelines.